Armageddon 2024. This was the very first time that they pulled this event at the Freedom Factory in Bradenton, Florida. Channel members, you guys saw the videos today, so they are all up for you guys. I am rendering more videos of other things. You can see I've got the big SCX6 up there, SCX 6x6x6, and that is because it has a new hobby wing system in it, the XR3 with the 4274 motor. Yeah, 2000 kV. Sean Film Vids, what's up, man? Joe's RC Adventure, what's up, buddy? Marcus Landry, hey, buddy, what's up, man? So everybody gets on here, want to chat about Armageddon, because, dudes, I mean, other than the weather being hot, it's kind of the standard issue all across the country when things get hot in the summertime. Dude, it was phenomenal, man. They had a lot of events, and they actually pulled off the events pretty good. I do got to admit, they pulled them off pretty good. They held to their schedule. Luckily, we had no rain, so it was actually a pretty good event. Mir, what's up? Guy, what's up, buddy? Daddy J, yes, sir. Paul Morales, what's up, buddy? Marcus Landry, yeah. Hey, Paul King, what's up, dude? I got to order a new Red Cat body. Enlighten, what's up, buddy? Guitar Slayer, hey, man, what's up? So ask me questions about Armageddon. What you guys thought. I see a lot of green right here. So those in green are channel members. They've probably already seen the videos, but they are going to start coming out tomorrow. The Red Cap body, it's just broken up. I'm probably going to order, like, say, a couple clear ones and just paint one some oddball color that's really easy to see, because everybody's red or blue. So I want to have a whole different color scheme. I'll probably paint it red so it's different. Paul, you ordered me a new body? The body was already broken, man. Save it for yours. Save it for your car. When you get one and you bust it up, you'll have a new body for it. Becockner, what's up? Needle Juice, Andrew. Yes, sir. Exocaged Live. Clayton, when are you going to build a burnout rig and smoke some tires like that? But dude, that thing was wild, wasn't it? Man, he lit them things up wildly. Discovery RC, what's up, man? The event was good. First time event. Let's see, we had M2C there. J Concepts was there. Obviously Horizon, because they're kind of like the umbrella corporation. But yeah. Quite a few guys were there. Did it get busy at all? At the events, yes. At the events, it was busy, yes. Mark Vasseur, what's up? Reckham RC. Midwest RC Crawlers, what's up? Sleek Hobbies, what's up, man? Flapping Lips, what are you going to do with a Raminator in your hand? I'm going to drive it. Man, did you guys see me on the track when I was racing it? Kind of, sort of. Yeah, I get it, Flapping Lips. Marcus, I got the Vidavon parts, and yes, sir, they still have to take it apart and change them. I got you, man. Yes, sir. Clear is on back order. Ugh, that stinks. The long jump ramp where they had to catch the trucks in a blanket. Man, dude, when you guys see my video on that, they were successful. They did catch some they did not, but once they went from like the 2 to 3 and 4S, then they did, like, there are only 2 like 8S Creightons in this thing. So once those were done, then they got rid of that because it ripped. They caught one beautifully and it ripped the whole thing. But then they got rid of it and they were able to just land right on the ground. Sonic Moto. Dude, I saw Cletus for all of about 3 minutes. He popped in, was finishing up a video, and popped right out. He said he had a lot of things on the schedule before this got put up, because this was kind of a quick thing, you know. So a lot of schedule, but I do believe the next one is going to be right back there at the Freedom Factory, and he is going to make sure he is there for the entire thing. Anything with a 12S other than a tug of war? Basically, I just kind of drove it around a little bit and showed it off. And then I showed it off there. And the way it just kind of came about that, oh, he wanted to hook up to it. He wanted to pull it so bad, but he didn't. He did not pull my truck until he added the weights on it. Vitacraton did kind of burn a little bit of rubber off of that thing, yes. How many people do I think attended? I would say first event, short notice, nobody knew what to expect. I don't know the exact number, but I would guess maybe 300 over the weekend. So was it a very huge event? Not really, not for a first one, but I can tell you this much, when they put the next one on, having done an event, having the footage to build on, a year to build from, man, you could probably expect 1,500 people there next time. So this was a very good first event for these guys. Let me tell you. Nope, Cletus was gone the entire time. Man, I put my 3S. I put my 3S Big Rock on there. And this was Sunday morning. I walk out there, I'm like, man, all right, track's open. I put out there, I'm one-handing that entire track, right? I'm one-handing it, I'm running, all of a sudden, wham! They put a fence up on the back side of the oval, and I smacked right smack dab into it. The front left arm is messed up, shock, and a few other little pieces, but yeah, I told them, I said, guys, you got to either move the fence or put a sign up. They did put a sign up after that. So the transition to the ramp, well, there was none. It was just a wedge. Now, Andrew, there are other bodies. IAQ Master put a different body on his, I believe. I think he found something like a 1990s cup car body. I think that's what it was. Endo's RC. Chris, what's up? Traceless, when are we going to get another XRT? I'm sure I'm really supposed to say this. I emailed Taylor RC. A little chat with them. They are bringing out BRP tire adapter. Ooh, really? Well, I mean, my XRT is literally sitting right there. It's listening to all this. So, Andrew, yeah. Vitacraton, I do think there was a little bit of smoke on my. I know I left some rubber down there. But Apocalypse Zombie, what's up? Yeah, I did a little bit. I had some fun this weekend, man. That big oval is fun. Fun. Until you hit a fence. Everything was kind of spread apart. And there were some areas that they just stopped doing stuff to let everybody cool off because it got hot out there. And there's no shade. That'll be the next one. Do you know if they're going to keep it on Memorial Day weekend? I don't know, Seth. I hope they bring it in 2 months earlier so we have cooler temperatures out there. If we have cooler temperatures out there, that would be so nice. So that they need to either be 2 months earlier or like 6 months later because of the way the temperatures are and all that stuff. No casts on any ankles. I do not believe anybody got any injuries out there. So that was a big success there. Armageddon, just a big, easy selling push for aftermarket parts manufacturers. It wasn't really like that. I mean, J Concepts was there. This was, in my opinion, honestly, I mean, I'm looking at M2C was there. I know Horizon, they had their canopy there with parts and pieces, but it wasn't, in my opinion, a vendor's event. It was pretty much for us as bashers. I mean, really, the events were basically set up for us. Speed running, a drag race was really interesting there. It was not what you're thinking. But the event was really for us, I do believe. It wasn't like a USTE or something where it's massive vendors row, you know. No, there wasn't any of that. There was just a few vendors, but it wasn't just a sales thing, I'm telling you. Did they have trucks for sale? Yes. I mean, of course. Chainsaw, what's up? Let's RC. Now, Andrew, speaking of the fastest speed car at 104 miles per hour, there were two of them actually. I think Mark Santa Maria and another guy tied at 104. They came back. Mark's car ran slower for some reason, but my buddy Gary Viking RC had his car, good 140, 150 mile per hour car, but dude, he could not hang on to it. I mean, he took off and it was zip, zip, and then boom, like totaled the car. So if he would have stuck it, he'd have went way faster. Absolutely. Slow MK, what's up, buddy? Was that Cherokee Rock Village? Man, I love that place. Let's RC. Ordered a Max 6 G2 1650. That should get you taken care of, Andrew. I know I've had the 1650s and they run great on 6S. So far, every 1650 I've had, I've tore it up with 8S though. Did not steal that banner. I asked them what would be the odds of me getting a small banner, and about 20 minutes later, they brought it to me. I'm like, sweet. The thing was that you had no practice runs and no run to... That is true. There was no practice runs. It was, you just got to hit it and go for it. Simple as that. So, lots of launch did well on breakage and lighting. Let me see. Completely off topic from Armageddon. Does the Exoplex have a curfew time for when you can and can't run fuel-powered cars on race nights? On race nights, I'd rather have no fuel out here at all, as far as that goes. We did have that night race, and I shut it down at 11 o'clock. The last thing I really want is to become enemies with all my neighbors. That would be kind of bad, even though my neighbors are really annoying. Oh my God, they are annoying. But I just try to, I don't want to get on anybody else's bad side. Yes, sir, Andrew. Sean, film vid. What's up, buddy? Is there footage of Vikings accident? Yes, it's on the day one or the earliest video. Yes, it is on there. I even got like slow-mo footage. I run over to it and looked at it when it was on the back of the golf cart and all that stuff. So yes, it is there. So NHRC, what's up? Now, more jokingly, I didn't even to be there, but like a perfect place aftermarket due to. Well, B. Cockner, there was some broken parts. I actually went to the Horizon tent to try to find parts for my own vehicle. They didn't have them, so I got to order them. Sean Film, what's up, buddy? James Garage, B. Cockner. Arica Palms make great neighbors. Not sure what that means. Sierra did you are a jolly leader. Okay, let's hear it. What did they do to our jolly leader? Oh no, they're just annoying. They're just annoying as heck. Eddie's RC, what's up, buddy? Andrew, was there a truck at the event that just really caught your eye unique-wise? Yes, that was the other Creighton. It had dual 800 kV motors, dual XLX2s on this thing. It was a beast of a Creighton, but M2C has extended chassis. Because if you guys remember with the Creightons, when the new G2 systems come out from Hobby Wing, you couldn't fit them because the bell crank. Well, they made a chassis and extended that front end out about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch to give you enough room. And they actually had a 7125 in this Creighton. in the stock location, okay? So they have, what do they call it? Mega Creighton, I believe is what they call on this thing. So I'm going to try to get this chassis. And a few of you guys may know that I still have that Crusher chassis, Outcast 8S. It is still in one piece. I'm going to put the Mega Creighton chassis and convert that back to a Creighton. However, that one is still going to have the plastic arms. I'm going to put a Max 5 G2 with 800 kV motor in it, so it's 12S capable, but I want to have it where I can actually drive it and beat on it a little bit more than the big 12S full aluminum Vidavon one. So at least I'll have one that I can bash around with a little bit. I have not built any We Rock buggies, no sir. Dude, man, that little Grom, dude, all he did was basically avoid everybody. He was just like a flea, and he avoided everybody. At the end, man, that guy was chasing him down in that felony. He was chasing him down, and that felony slid and got locked under, and it was over. The Grom won it. Now, there was a guy, let me tell you. All right, let me get into this one. This guy was there, and he had a fire team. Put it down in there, talking smack about this, that, blah, blah, this. This dude come in there, and he dropped in his 8S Creighton. As soon as that Creighton hit the pit, this dude chickened out and pulled his truck right up and out. I mean, pulled it out like that. I'm not getting in there with that, blah, 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 blah. I'm thinking, what a chicken. All you got to do is flip the Creighton over, which is exactly what happened. I don't know, man. The part thing, he was talking so much smack, though, until the Creighton 8S popped in there. And then he just yanked it out, and I'm like, dude, come on, man. You got a Typhon Grom in there. That's probably going to get shredded, even though the Grom won. But, yeah, I think the Creighton 8S hit a buggy, I think it was, and just flipped over, and that was it. Actually, a lot less carnage in that than what I expected. Oh, yeah. Yeah, RC Stewart, man, dude, that was epic. I mean, he said that, Mark Santa Maria said that if he wins something, he's going to give it away to a kid. And he happened to win that. Dude, that was the most epic thing at the raffle, the giveaway, and all that right there. He won that one, absolutely. James Lear, what's up? How you been? How you been? Monster Jam World Finals. Never been Monster Jam World Finals. I wish I want to go. Monster Jam World Finals is awesome. Yeah, the dual motor Creighton was awesome, dude. He says somebody was talking big until the Creighton got put in there. Yes. Yes. Is that in there? I might need to verify that. I didn't really want to put that in the video. Yeah. But yeah, that was it. Needle Juice, what's up? Sean Film. Well, thank you, buddy. Did Arma have any prototype rigs out there for the showing? Arma? No. Let's go. I was hoping to see speed runs. It's all good and tie for peaks. Now, the speed runs, that's at the very start. That video comes up tomorrow morning. But that's at the very start. And some of them made it, and some of them did not. My buddy Gary, Viking RC, was going to hit it, and he was going to like just blast it. Well, he blasted it all right into the wall. And it wasn't like he hit the wall, and reflected off of it. No, he hit like the part underneath it and just crashed right into it. I may have a picture on my phone. Let me see here. If I have this picture, I'll show you what his car looked like. I mean, I was having the video very, very safety oriented as far as like where we could and could not go for video. So I wasn't able to get to closer area like the landing and stuff like that. So I worked my phone pretty darn good there. But I do want to see, here it is. Now, from a video clip from a pretty good distance away, zoomed in, it looks like, I don't know. That was the impact hit of his car. Woo, boy. Yeah, he smacked it good, didn't he? Let me see if I can find the actual clip of it. Let me see here. I think this is it right here. I'll show you guys.
Y'all get ready.
I was like getting everybody ready for this thing, man, because I thought he's gonna really get it. Yes, there were some vendettas.
Let's see if Gary. This might be Gary.
All right, we're gonna have to wait for this one. It's good.
Never mind.
He smacked that so hard, man. Let me see here. Then I run over there to it.
The chassis gone. He was wanting to get into it hard too. Well, all right, that's my buddy Gary.
Yeah, he wasn't so happy at his run, but like Enlightened said, they didn't get a practice run to, you know, really test the track for traction. They were at the end of the actual drag strip though. So, but I'm hoping they change that a little bit. To where they can be more in the middle. There were some guys having distance issues with their transmitters too. Try X Maps because X Maps is fast. And X Maps also, yep. How would you compare this to other events you've attended? This is actually my first ever Basher event, and I say that because I've been to Sean's Basher events and all that, but this is my very first big name Basher event, and this was a first event. And for a first event, I thought it was phenomenal. The attendance could have been better, honestly, but with the time frame that they had to build and all that, and not having an event in the past, no footage to build upon and all that, so I thought they did good. They did say they're coming back. Freedom Factory did invite them back. I just hope it's a little bit more in the colder area. A little bit more towards like the February or March would be a big difference. The end of May is brutal. May, June, July, August, September. They did mention about trying to come back in October, and I'm like, no. October doesn't start cooling off here. It doesn't start cooling off here till maybe November. I'm not going to Horizon Festival, but my next trip is Axial Fest at Badlands. That was not a Arma Vendetta. That was Infraction, I believe, with a different body on it. Thanks, Insane. And I heard, never mind. No, that wasn't a felony. That was an infraction, I believe, with a C8 body or something that he had on it. How fast is Arma Vendetta? Honestly, I think they had one out there that did around 50. So I think that's about what they had. I'm loving the inserts for the boggers. They worked out nice. What Andrew is talking about is I've got printed inserts for the boggers, the XL boggers for 1.9s. They're on the website, exocagedrc.com. Vigilantes are nice, yes. Am I ever going to get an RC four-wheel drive truck? Well, I did have a RC four-wheel drive Marlin Crawler, about 2 months, but I just really didn't get into it. I have the RC four-wheel drive carbon assault monster truck. Don't waste your money. But I do have that one. It's just collecting dust. It's a beautiful truck, but that's about all it is. I'm not one of those buddies from AJ's felony. Don't want to hurt it. Well, just buy another one and have one for bashing. Axial is pretty much a crawler thing because you have Horizon, right? You have Losi, which is the race brand. You got Arma, which is the basher brand, and you got Axial, which is their crawler brand. So, and also they've got Proline and Spectrum, which is why you see the Spectrum Electronics in all these RTRs. So they kind of like a big umbrella corp over these companies. So, Arma event's gonna be basher. Axial is going to be crawler. Now, Axial does have like the rifts and stuff like that that are a little bit on the faster side, but pretty much it's a crawler event. A really good one too. Oh, the turbine car. That's in the video shooting down the track. Top 3 RCs of all time? Whoa, man. I know X-Max is in there. Pretty much SCX-10 for crawlers. And for racers, I prefer Techno on my legit racers. C8 on sale for $50. In the Baja Pro X. I don't have the bogger insert. Okay, Marcus. I think I've got a soft, medium, a super soft, medium, super soft, soft, medium, hard. I think I've got those printed. I need to put those on there. Sorry about that. I will get those listed tonight as soon as we finish up here. And as far as when I finish up here, this is totally dependent on you guys. If you guys start giving me a break here on questions, then it's time to wind this thing down, man. But if you guys keep me running this mouth that I'm so tired of hearing, I'll stay on till 9 o'clock. But I got a Mountain Dew right here ready to go. T2's Leafer present a challenge. Yeah, see, mine was the Leafer as well. I mean, obviously, right? Wicked 1LE. Yes, I am going to Axial Fest. Enlighten is building his Techno Truggy as he watches. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to get out there on the tractor and straighten up that track. I think it's been like a month since I've drug or done anything with the dirt track, so it's past due. I know some guys were on it this past weekend, and they said it was rough. I went out there and I drove the Omni Terminator truck. Got some new paddle tires for it. Man, it's bad to the bone. But I was out there running that, and dudes, some of them turns, man, I couldn't even hardly see the truck. It was dug out so bad. So I got a lot of tractor work to do tomorrow. Big old Wicked, man, last year was my first time at Badlands, and I was able to sneak a peek of that Losi dirt bike at that time. So, now I do got to tell you guys this. How many of you guys, I think I may have mentioned it last week, but I'm going to ask again. How many of you guys have that Losi NASCAR pre-ordered? I got one pre-ordered. I got the one with the fish on it. I don't know the names of these guys and stuff, but don't have the name for that. Let's see, XR3 done. I'm going to render. Oh wait, no, I'll save that one for later. I've got to render a video. It won't take nothing. Just get this set up. Let this render while I'm sitting here talking. There we go. Maybe I can get to sleep before 1:30 tonight. Did you start with other ideas on the anti-foams and your 3D printer to start from a plan off Thingiverse? Hunk of love. Let me tell you how it came about. I did get an insert off of Thingiverse, printed it. I learned a lot about the settings to get it to be, because way too easy to print these things too hard. And I learned about it I modified that, did this, did that, and then I thought I was ready, so I pretty much started with a clean screen. I built the centers, I built all the the runners and stuff like that, the outside, everything. So it is 100% my design. I did not copy anything from anybody on my inserts. I have GT5 thumb steers, and you'll never see them on my website because they're pretty much a copy of the one off of Thingiverse. I did add a little bit of material in there to make it, because we were actually breaking the centers out of these things. So I did modify them a little bit, but it's still not my design. So that's why you don't see that on the website. If I change it, build a completely brand new one from scratch, then you'll see it on the website. But really, the one off of Thingiverse is so good, you really, there's no need for any other ones. Wicked RC. I need a dirt race. I'm building a techno buggy as I watch. Man, Charles and Larry, techno guys. One coming Bass Pro Shop, Martin Truex. Yeah, that's who it was, Martin Truex. Somebody told me that. Was it number 19? I did pre-order the Bass Pro body look. I chose the Bass Pro because it had the brightest paint. I like to do bright paint and stuff because it shows up better on camera. Just being honest with you, it has a better pop on screen. 1900 Joe Gibbs, Cole Pern is your crew chief. You're second in points after 14. Really? So I'm doing pretty good with Martin Truex. Nice. On that thing, I don't have much on road spots. Now, some of the guys are telling me to get the phaser. Now, I had a phaser years ago. It was the Mad Bug. There's actually old videos of it on the channel. I kind of converted it into like a weird crawler thing. It was okay. Fusion 360. No, I use Tinkercad. I'm not up to the skill level of Fusion 360 yet. RC Graveyard. Okay, let me tell you how to keep your pinion gear on. Put a little bit of thread lock, like the medium strength, on the motor shaft. The part that sticks out your pinion gear goes on, right? Put you some thread lock on that. Take the set screw out of the pinion gear. Sometimes you have 2 set screws on some pinion gears, right? But spin that pinion gear on the shaft. That way you spread the thread locker all the way around it. You don't want to put too much to get into the bearing, okay? But just spin that around. Then put you a nice little dab of thread lock on the set screw. And then put that thing in and tighten it down. Typically speaking, when I got to remove a pinion gear after I've done that, it takes 2 screwdrivers to pry the thing off. So that generally works for me. How about a Proline 57 Chevy body? I don't know about that one. Like the thumb drive DG5, I'm definitely going to have to get another one from you. Yes, sir. See, now what Andrew's talking about, he did ask for one, so I did put it into the package with his order. So, yeah. That does happen sometimes, but they're not publicly for sale. Thank you, Curtis Austin. Appreciate that. Great ring opinion on guys, Matt. Maybe get a motor mount. That and you're old, so you can't see it. All right, guy. You ever make it back to Florida, we're going to race on my dirt track. I'll even let you borrow my Techno. I'll run something else. It fits everything. Phaser has a ballistic on 4,000 kV. See, I really don't think brushless makes a bit of difference on my track right now. Now, what I'm wanting to do to the track is I'd like to, and this is a big expense that I'm not ready for. I don't know that I'll ever be ready for it, but I want to extend it 20 feet out on each side and give it an embankment to bring that thing around. That's what the goal is. That would give us that would give us 100-foot, long track. That would be pretty darn good. At that point, I feel you can make brushless really work for you, because right now, with the track being so short, I haven't found a benefit to going brushless yet, other than efficiency and stuff like that. Raymond Nason, dude, I like the burnout competition, dude. That was nice. I really did like that. Oh, the M2C Mega Creighton. I'm gonna get that chassis. I'm gonna convert my Crusher Outcast 8S into that one. So I will have that chassis, and I will do the conversion on my little short one. And this will give me a truck, and I've actually got the system for it. I'm gonna put a Max 5 G2 and an 800 kV G2 motor in it. This way, I can 12S this beast. But it'll be a lot lighter than the big 12S beast I've got, so I should be able to bash around on it and just have a good time with it. What diff oil weight would you recommend in each of the Diff Baja Ray 2.0? Shoot, man. Daddy J, in most of my vehicles, I just run whatever comes into things. But if it's really loose and transferring a lot to the front, maybe get some 500K or 1 million in that center diff. If you're noticing it's really diffing out really bad, maybe some 50K in the axles, but 50K won't really do a whole lot with it. You might need 250K. That large of a tire with that much weight, like typical weights like you would use for racing, techno and stuff like that, for like high-end racing, man, you're running 5, 6, 7,000 CST diff oils, and it's so thin, but it makes a difference on the high-end vehicles with high-end traction and well-manicured tracks. It absolutely makes a difference, especially that center diff, everything, right? When it comes to these basher vehicles, thicken them things up, man. Just go ahead and thicken them up and go have fun. I am not familiar with the Proline Grunt tire. I am not. Come on, guy. Let's do it. I'm going to tell you guys, me and Guy Spencer, man, we used to talk so much smack on that driver's stand. We would laugh and just talk smack. Most of the time, he would beat me. I was always chasing him. Always chasing him. I got him once or twice, but I think somebody crashed him. But still, Guy Spencer is a really good racer. Really good racer. RC Daily, a bank track, that would be phenomenal. I kind of want to go 30 degrees on it too. Okay, bring out that phaser. Let's do it. Yeah, beat the creek. Yes, sir, big head. Really, I saw the video today where your RC car was upside down, spinning like a top, and it was really cool. I'm not sure which video that was, Marilyn. Maybe that was his? Or was that Big Headsy? And I'm like, which one was mine? JF Nunn. Okay, serious questions. I have a Losi Super Rock Ray. What different? So I never really mess with it. As far as batteries go, something that big and heavy, use the biggest battery that can fit. Biggest milliamp. The C rating that they put on there is pretty much nothing but a bunch of crap. You're typically not going to see more than 30C on your discharge rating. I've done videos in the past with some of these 120C batteries. Not even close. It's pretty much marketing. I want to talk smack. Wait till Badlands. Okay, I'm ready. Barrier locked up center, around 100K oil and 50K in the front. It's about right. It's a scale military tire, rectangle blocker. I said a year ago how small they were. I've never used them. Haven't found an insert for them. I mean, I haven't seen them being used by anybody really, so I don't know that they are very popular. But at 4.4 inches, it would definitely take its very own insert. I'm all warm and fuzzy right now. Stabby Josh, yes, I am coming to Badlands again this year. Yes, sir. Can I bring my phaser? A 2-pound all-wheel drive muscle car on 3S. Tires are the key. Absolutely, Andrew. SMC and Jen's Ace entered the chat. Oh, yeah. So you remember seeing all that, Sean, huh? Random Gaming, what's up, buddy? All right. What's the lineup for Badlands for me? Probably going to take the SCX 6x6x6, the SCX Pro. Probably thinking about, I will be taking Race Camp. I'll be taking that one for sure. Probably not much more than that, really, to be honest. I can only drive one at a time, so I'll have a big crawler, a small crawler, and something with some speed. That pretty much covers everything that you're going to do out there. Yep, I know you're a busy guy. I'd like to see the footage you got of my infraction from the burnout competition. Yeah, it'll be the burnout competition. I think is going to go up Tuesday, Wednesday. That'll probably be up on Thursday, I'm assuming. If you're a channel member, I don't see. You're not a blue or green. So if you're a channel member, the footage is up right now. I have no intentions to brushless my Typhon Grom. Zero. When I get my Losi car out here, we're going to run the Losi NASCARs in stock and modified. So they will be brushless on those. And honestly, I'm thinking something around, I know when you start talking 380 size brushless motors, the KVs go through the roof because it's such a small motor, like a small displacement motor engine that can rev really fast, right? But I'm gonna try to find something slow, something around 3,000 kV for that one, because the track just doesn't need it, in my opinion. Oh, the WAV racing one, yeah. I got you. Yeah, I sure did that one. And then I did the thing inside the pipe and all that. Guess EXB8S plus RPM control RMs. Taking it easy with it for now. So I'll start jumping it. What mods would you recommend? RC Graveyard, the only thing I can recommend for your Arma EX Outcast EXB is to go drive it and enjoy it. It doesn't need much. Can it be a massive money pit? Absolutely, yes. But go have fun with it, man. I mean, you may want to, I'm thinking like with the Outcast, if you want to go power on it, what I would probably do, and this might sound a little bit crazy, but would be to a Max 5 G2 and with the 1250 kV motor. It's about the same kV as the stock, but with way more torque. You can pull a much bigger pinion gear, and it would keep it lightweight and fun to drive. Just my own thoughts on that. Any ideas for a sway bar for Red Cat Gen 2? Did I ever put a sway bar on mine? I don't know. I don't think I ever put a sway bar on mine. Bought 2 base camp builders kit when they were on sale. Nice. You guys are using my affiliate links, right? Granted, after Armageddon, only rear suspension arm. Yeah, I broke mine pretty bad on that fence they put on the big oval. I got out there before they had the sign up and all that. Man, I was one-hand driving that entire oval all the way around that backside, and I found out there was a fence. And it was in line, so you couldn't even hardly see the darn thing. But I found it. Clayton, I am not doing the 5K. Not going to happen. Thinking MTC chassis, braces, aluminum diff housings, front and rear. You don't plan on jumping higher than roughly 15 foot. Well, yeah. As far as the diff housings go, you're talking Vidavon? Have you checked on, I mean, I haven't actually looked. Is there any like 380 size motor systems for like on Amazon? They usually got all kinds of them little crazy little junk systems on there. I already have a Max 5. I'll keep your motor recommendation in mind. I have the Max 6, I think, G2 and the 1250 and the XRT, and dude, it runs great. It runs really good. Yep, Armageddon was pretty darn good. I just hope, like I said, I hope they have it like 2 months earlier than what they just had it, though. Little bit cooler air. Okay, sounds good, Clayton. Let's do it. Could we do a 1.9 tire test to find the best tires? See, I have a poised chassis. I've had it for about 8 months, and I've just never built it. I think it's the T3 chassis or T2 chassis, something like that. A side-by-side video of my Vidavon X-Max versus Vidavon Creighton. They're two very different beasts. It's almost like back when they released the Creighton 8S. It was the X-Max killer. No, it wasn't even close. They didn't touch the X-Max because the Creighton is a race truck. X-Max is a basher monster truck. So that's just kind of how all that worked out here. All right. Yeah, I don't have a need to do that one. I mean, oh, my armor thing fell down. Creating all day long. Man, that thing, it's a heck of a thing, man. Did you ever order your SCX-10 Pro portal? Nope, never did. They're wide. I mean, I don't know. They're a little bit wider than what I want in a competition truck. For a bit, we're busy putting a Crown Vic by adding diesel fuel on dyno. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I saw that video that they put up. I think it was on TikTok when I saw it. New crawler builds. Yeah, actually. I'm thinking of probably another UGRC chassis. They got that new transmission. I really like that. So I'm thinking about maybe building a class 2 out of that. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to use for axles, but definitely I'm thinking about going that route. I may end up using a set of Pro axles by Vidavon. Expensive as heck, but I mean, dude, they're brutal. They're brutally strong too, but I don't know. Everybody like ECC and all, they all run the portals. When Sam was run, it was, it got the straight front axle and portal rear axle, right? So, looking for my tape so I can tape my banner back up. I'm not really planning on getting the H10 right now. I'm kind of fine avoiding that. I mean, it's a good truck, I'm sure, but I'm not really planning on getting that. They are not capper wide, though. They are not. The new Vanquish buggy does look nice, though. Sounded better in my head. Actually, yeah, I think that was the video. He popped in over there, and he had a gas pump or something in his hand. I remember seeing that. Would a capper front axle on an SCX-10 3 be too ridiculous? No, Andrew. I've got a couple crawlers with capper fronts and SCX-10 3 rears. It actually works out pretty good. You can get the if you get the Pro Build wheels by, yeah, well, I get mine from Dixieland RC, but if you get the Pro Builds, you can build them to bring that thing all the way in. When you bring them all the way in, I highly recommend a good set of inserts. If not, the tire can roll over and get into the steering knuckles. But you bring that front end in as far as you can, and then on the back, you kind of set it with a little bit more offset. So it's actually looking like this, but man, you put that front where you want it to be, and that back just scoots right through. Have I ever heard of Shifts RC? Absolutely. They make some really nice servos. Red Cat Ascent is nice. I kind of feel like Armas are for experienced bashers. Better handling, bigger speeds, air. But if you're a noob who crashes, stick with tracks as plastic. Yeah, you got a point there. But Arma also has the more basher-proof plastic vehicles as well. They don't have a Max or a X Max though. They don't have anything in that category. Yeah, I could raffle it off. It'll end up going to some country that, nobody has parts for, and then they break it, and then it's just, sitting around. But at least they would have it, I guess. Besides, what if I buy the thing and I really like it? Then I have another crawler to add to my 26 or 27 I've got right now. DJ Holman, what's up? No idea, RC Daily. Boom Racing, yes. And also Team Raffy. They're kind of like close to the same company, I think. It was for the Creighton 8S chassis. They extended it out a little bit to make it fit. I'm not sure what they've got coming for the Limitless, but yeah, it was M2C. With the wide front axle of the Capra, yes, you can really crank that thing because your links clear, your body clears, chassis clears. When you get really sharp steering, all them things come into process and they get in the way. You got to work on all of that stuff. I've got some shift servos here. I got their X5 in the bouncer. I have a couple of their faster ones in some racers as well. Yep, I got one of the small banners. I asked and they brought it to me. I'm like, sweet. How long of a drive? Probably around 230 miles or so. It was about 3.5 to 4 hours. Yeah, I'm not sure what I've got for crawlers, honestly. I know when I did the crawler competition, I had 18 close to competition level trucks, but I didn't use the other ones that were not really competition level, in my opinion. I was on the sledge. Dude, the sledge is nice. I like the sledge. With the sledge, it turns tighter to the right than the left. You may be able to adjust your steering, the link, and then adjust the steering dual rate on the radio, maybe. Now I've got one of their. It's in the. It's right above my head there. The X something or another. Let me pull that down. Let me see here. Let me see which one I've got in the old Typhon, which I haven't run in forever. Looks like I don't know. It's been kind of rubbing on it a little bit, but that's the shifts right there. I'm not sure which one it is. A RKS, I guess. I don't know. But that's a fast servo right there for racing. Last weapon of choice. See, my wife, the only vehicle she would ever drive when she would actually try to drive RCs with me was the Traxxas UDR. That's the only vehicle. She didn't want the X-Max. She didn't want anything else. But that was the only vehicle she would drive. And I asked her, I'm like, look, if you want one, I'll go buy you a brand new one. So, but I mean, she didn't want one. I'm getting all kinds of messages now, emails, everything now. Yep, got them. Oh yeah, let me show you this. That's a good thing. We got the new black Raw 500, which isn't really raw anymore, but it's still got the legendary driveline of the Raw 500 and the 900 LP Smart. So when I put these things into something, you guys are going to see them. Got to figure out what to put these in, though. I ordered them for something. Must be something new. Something I can't talk about yet. But regardless, we're good. What was your track location? I'm about 4 hours. I'm not about maybe 3.5 hours north of you. I'm just west of Jacksonville, Florida. So just west of Jacksonville, Florida. True story. My wife has 75 cars in my collection. Okay. I got you, Andrew. The 900. Let me check it real quick. I don't know. I just wanted a good new low-profile servo. We'll pop it open real quick. What would you recommend for shock springs on a Creighton 4S with a 5mm Mad Labs chassis brace? That's a good question. There should be. I'm not really sure of the spring rates on those, but you might can look up some VG Racing. I believe they may have springs for that. That makes sense, Andrew. I was kind of wondering about that. Do you know shifts? Yes, they have some 1.9 B blocks. Yes, sir, they sure do. Ooh, yeah. I wasn't paying attention to this. Ooh, I like ye. Come on, get out of there. See, now I need to put this in something with a good. This is direct power. I wasn't paying attention to that. I just saw it, brand new. 17 volts, good for an honest 4S. Oh, man, oh, man. Reese makes some really nice servos here now. What are the numbers on this thing? It has got, let me see. 710 at 12 on 3S. 810 at 14.4. 920 at 16.8 volts. We're talking ounces. 63 kilograms. See, this is why I got with such and such a company to try to get us a 4S thingy that will fit in a certain tight location that will allow this stuff to work and fit for high-end competitions. And that's all I can say about that. But regardless, yeah. All right, let me see. Let me get back to you guys. You guys got me all distracted here. Best high-rise links for base camp. Both malls. I like that. Both malls. The people I just used to make the links from my Vanquish. Hardcore RC. Look them up. Oh, should make B-Logs. Making some chicken and rice soup. Kinds. Should it rating cold? Yeah. for sure. I'm thinking about doing a burger when I get off of here. We're at 8 o'clock. You guys have been doing good so far. I haven't been able to shut up for very long here. Guy Spencer is leaving. All right, dude. You're going to have to come back to Florida. I recommend late fall. Go ahead and come back in while the weather's good. Because he's coming out of New York City. Isn't that where they make paste pecani sauce in New York City? Like that old commercial? Perfect for the MK. I've already got a big servo in the MK07. I'm good with that. That's got 1100 in the MK07. I don't need to mess with that. This is going to go into a competition drag. I just got to figure out which one. Because I didn't realize it was direct power. So, Maybe the stance? Because I don't know. I have brass servos on all these trucks. So it's kind of a thing here. Okay, yeah. All right, guy. Yes, sir. Good shocks that fit the Kaiju version 1. Buddy, I have no idea. I've never had a Kaiju. I've seen them on TV, though. The big one's called Godzilla. Hardcore RC, no one else come close. That's right, RC Daily. Yes, that is a fact. I'm in Buffalo, my city. Just BEC it in a different rig. No. This is direct power to the battery. You don't generally put a BEC on this. Where I generally like to run these, and it's 4S, I got to make sure it's in a 4S vehicle too. Where I run these, I like to use these when I have like a Crawlmaster Mini V2 ESC and a revolver. That way, or Crawlmaster Mini V3 or something like that, because this will power directly from the battery. And that ESC, those are good for the receiver, maybe a shift servo, but not something like this. So I got to pick a good spot for this. This thing's awesome. I think my next truck will be the latest Creighton 6 SEXB. Watch teardown video, in my opinion. I have a Creighton EXB, and it's pretty darn wild on 6S, man. What is the aux 3 battery plug for a Spectrum SR515 receiver? I've messed with that, but I've never messed with what you're saying right there. So I honestly don't know. VRD carbon. Let me see here. VRD carbon. They both got brass servos. Oh, let me see. I don't know. VRD carbon right here. This is a 4S truck, by the way. But heck, I've already got the brass 500. I could take the brass 500 out, though. If I take the brass 500 out and put this in it, obviously I'll lose some weight down low. Okay, so I'll lose the weight down here. But if I do this, I can then get rid of the BEC that I have on the outside, which is used to run this. I know Reef has the little brass bottoms. I need to see if that'll fit. If I can put a brass bottom on this 900, that would be a pretty good deal. But that might be what I got. Actually, I've got full metal housings for this thing too. I got those in stock. I need to. Maybe it's time for a complete rework of this truck, because I've got a metal housing in the front, or I've got a metal housing that I can put in the front and here. As far as which servo is stronger and faster, I don't know about this one. It's got better specs, that's for sure. But sometimes I've found that the just physical size, it's like a big block engine having more torque than a small block, generally speaking, unless it's been force fed and all that. But generally speaking, I like the bigger case servos where I can, especially when it comes to crawling. It's just got, generally speaking, a larger motor and more torquey. But, you know, as technology moves on, I mean, hey, look at the batteries we're running now. So as technology moves on, we can do it. And like I say, this is Holmes powered 4S. It's got my little battery mount in the front too. Yes, I have battery mounts for these on the website. Maybe that's what I'll put it in. We'll have to see. But when I put it in, because of the weight offset, I'll go ahead and do the metal axle housings as well. Just go ahead and go through and do all that. That way I can continue the weight down low. I have never built a G-Speed, but I really need to. Have I ever run any Rovin products? Yes, I used to have a Rovin fifth scale. Okay, thank you, Pat House, for that information. You build a G-Speed. You prefer TPU or TPE for running inserts on? I've never messed with TPE. All I've messed with is TPU. And I have a set of J Concepts inserts on the printers right now. 100 and IS 800 4S LCG rig, little geisha. You good for that rig with the? Yeah, see, the 1100 is plug and play. This is not. The Raw 500 is plug and play. I wonder if you could take, and he's probably already done it. It's just under a different name. Like direct power a Raw 500 with 4S. Probably just blow it up. Yeah, probably just the board and the motor and everything in it. But regardless, this is going to go on something too. Now the Raw 500, not only is it good in crawlers and all that stuff, it's really good in racers. It's real snappy. Now, in my racers, I really like the 299. It's got like a 0.05 speed or something like that. It's like pop, pop. The fastest servo I've ever had is the Reese Alacritus, and that's in my Techno buggy. That one's got like a 0.04 speed or some kind of craziness like that. It is ridiculous. Andrew, yes, sir. I believe you've got a few of them. Well, I still have stuff on this side, but I could get rid of them. Sliders are one of those things where it's good and bad, and I've shown this in a few times. It's like a slider, you get up on something, you can catch something and use it and pivot the vehicle around. Okay, you can pivot the vehicle around on the slider. But sometimes if you get into like a V-notch, you can physically get hung up on the sliders. Like on Crowley, for example. Back there, that's a spot that you can absolutely get hung up on the sliders. But I haven't found a real need to take those off yet. Drags were happening while you were at Armageddon. There was some drag racing out there, yes. Dude, there was some drag racing. Yeah, I think I've got some of that in one of the videos. I think. Yeah, I didn't see that far down on it. I just saw something cool. But yeah, this right here, absolutely. What server are you talking about that you had in your hand? I missed it. 900 LP Smart Servo. Now, with the Smart Servos, there's something you can do with them, and I need to do this on the rear of the SCX 6x6. I need to adjust the overall throw of the servo because the middle axle turns like this, the rear axle turns like this, and that's not the proper radius or Ackerman that what you need to be because of the way that works. So basically I want the middle one to turn like this and the outer one to turn like that. So I need to adjust the overall throw, and you can do that with the Reese programmer. So like, say this comes out of the box with 180 degrees, 180 degrees, but you need it to be more than that. Okay, so you can actually adjust that and turn that up. You can adjust the safety feature of this. You can turn the safety feature off, but the safety features is like where the servo gets stuck. Say you stall the servo out. Every servo can stall. I don't care what brand it is or how much you think it won't stall. They all can stall. And these right here, after a certain time frame, it'll cut the power of the servo back to like say 75%. If it keeps going, it'll cut it back to 50. It keeps going, it'll cut it back to 20. It'll help you save your servo from burning up. Because like, say you have something like a 99 micro. You put it in there and the dig it goes into gear, but it doesn't mesh. Now your servo is at a dead stall. That servo is giving 100% of what it can while you're sitting there running your mouth, talking to your buddies. Your servo is burning up. So these safety features are kind of important on these things. So yeah, that's going to go into something. Let's change over to DSM slide on your D, slightly narrow it, smoother on the rocks and the metal. Plastic does slide better than metal. Stainless slides pretty good now. Oh, yeah, I got you, Andrew. I vacuum every once in a while. Rovin 450 XLT, latest Thunder RC video make me the feeling I gotta. Yeah, I've never had that one. Best beginner 110 trail truck crawler. Tempted by the Fusion Ascent due to value, but not sure how it would handle trails. Dude, the Fusion Ascent handles trails perfectly fine. Good truck. Good truck. And for the money, you know, $300, yeah, you're there. Now, if you want to bump it up another $100, you can get a lot of value with the Ascent Fusion. You get a nice Fusion system. It's a RTR Fusion, so it doesn't really have all the features of a normal Fusion Fusion motor, but it's still very, very nice. Brushless, right out of the box. The servos, for me, have been really good. At ECC, this guy won a Fusion. Took it out. I mean, like, he won it right then and there. He won it from the raffle at the park was doing. And he came back like 3 minutes later. Servo quit working. So he doesn't have the same experience with the stock servo as what I did. But man, stock servos are actually pretty good. I did change it out though. I think I put a Power Hobby servo in there. But regardless, it's pretty nice. And this is nicer than what I thought. How about getting the Rovin best beginner? Well, I'm telling you, if you don't want to spend $2,000, don't watch that video. He's got that thing right. There was one, the guy showed me a picture of this truck. It was like a knockoff of the Vecta, but it was a really good knockoff, and it actually came out of the box with a Max 4 with the 560 motor. I'm like, it came out of the box with that thing. Is that what you're talking about? Mark Steris, what's up? Randall is wake up every morning, make some coffee, and catch your videos every morning before work. Yes, sir. I was late this morning, though. But is that the one you're talking about, the big one? Because it came with a Max 4 and the 560. I mean, right in there. So I believe I looked at pictures of that this past weekend. One of the guys was there showing it to me. So, all right, you guys are slacking. You guys are slacking. We're only 8:15 into it. I can do another 45 minutes, but I need some topics or I just come up with stuff. Okay, let me come up with something. In my SCX6 right now, I've got the brand new Hobbywing Fusion R3, the 2000 kV motor. I can tell you right now, it's good on 6S. On 4S, it runs that 38-pound truck beautifully. I haven't done the 6S run yet, other than no, Pat. I I've done success on it in the very first video, which I think I'm going to upload that video right now. Let me see here. All right, let me see if I can upload a video, a 4K video, while doing this with my new internet. Let's see. Let me see here. I think it's this one right here.
It's time for a 4S drive with the brand new Hobbywing X.
Nope, not that one. Where's this other video at? Maybe have I not rendered it yet? Oh, yes, it is right here.
Guys, I got the new Hobbywing XR3 with a 2000 kV 4274 motor. This is the...
I am so tired of hearing myself. Oh, man. XR3. If you're a channel member, you should see something starting to upload here real soon. Just going to be Hobbywing XR3. Let's see if I can upload that. And while that's uploading, let's see if it'll allow me to do the live stream without cutting up. Let's see. Is it going to go here? Let me see here. I heard you say it. What size is the motor? Yeah, 42 by 74. It is uploading. I'm not choppy. Man, good internet. Finally, huh? But anyway, this is the Hobbywing XR3. It is uploading to channel members right now. Now, once it gets uploaded, this is 4K 60, and we're already at 30%. I love my new internet. Oh, my God. This would take 2 hours before. So, but when this goes up, it'll go through a little bit of check and all that. But channel members, you guys will be able to see this very soon. June 9th race. Yes, we are racing on June the 9th. Going to be a little bit warm. Which one's for heavier trucks but comp? Which one? 4.19. Okay. Probably the mediums. But the way the 4.19s work, you might could actually do like a medium and a hard. How heavy is the truck? How about the sledge? Any new updates on it? I haven't done anything with the sledge in a while. Like the Haas and Telluride. Yeah, I don't have a Haas or Telluride, so I don't have either of those. Man, the Telluride, that thing's ancient. Do they even make that anymore? Did you see that bad Mojave 4S running a wheelie down the drag strip? Yes, I did. Enlightened RC, and I really think he should be a team driver as well. He's a big old stud muffin for sure. Sound that wired. Have you built your new printers yet? Yes, the new printers are up and running. Not Starlink. I finally got Xfinity, buddy. Class 1 SCX at 7.25 pounds. I would probably go with the mediums on that. I'd probably go with the mediums for that. Like I say, you might could try the hards, but the hards are kind of stiff, but you have such a small tire. You don't have a big footprint as well. So if you like your tire to kind of move a little bit as far as compression, go medium on that. Otherwise, you could do, if you want, you're only talking 4.19. So it's not like you got a lot of tire there. So you may want to really keep your axle height, especially when you're crawling. So you might can go medium hard. It's kind of up to you, though. Brandon, I like the Traxxas sledge. I thought Traxxas discontinued the Telluride, yeah. Dude, RC Graveyard, I'm going to tell you right now, as far as my track goes right here, the Exoplex, the Traxxas sledge rules the track for the truggies. When it comes to buggies, the Arma Typhon rules it. I mean, $500 for an Arma Typhon RTR. That's the best deal out there right now. I mean, it really is. It's doing the processing right now. So you guys should be able to see it soon. And as far as people hating on the sledge, some people think that if they come out and be negative, if they come out against the big guy, if they come out against something, that they're going to get that attention that they deserve. They think they deserve it. But No. I mean, we do love a good controversy, but as far as like my videos go, I try not to have negative videos because that doesn't promote the hobby in a positive way. Now, if I buy something, I get something, and it's complete junk, you're going to see it. But most of the time, the stuff I get is actually pretty decent. And if I get it out there and I break something, I break a housing or a portal or something like that, 99% of the time, it's my fault. It's my fault that whatever it is broke. Simple as that. So therefore, when I explain the end of the video, I just simply explain it. Yeah, I broke it. Very rarely do I ever try to get warranty on anything. Like, typically, when I'm kind of thinking about the warranty thing, is when I get a vehicle and I do that very first drive box stock, if there's anything in there that I feel should not have broken, at that point, I'll contact them, to see about warranty. But if I get a box stock vehicle and it's got a brushed motor and that motor burns up on the first run, which has happened, that motor was going to come out anyway. Boom. Fry that thing. Get it out of there. Put something better in it, right? That's the way I see it. I think it was... The one that really burned up was me being really stupid with it was the Axial SMT-10. I took it right out of the box and went and put 3S on it. And smoked and burnt that motor right on up the very first run. But then again, we knew that motor was coming out anyway. Do I have SCX6 Averager? Dude, I do have SCX diff gears in stock. I have the new mod 1.75 gears, I believe it is. I've got the 1029s, which is like your stock ratio. And I've got the 1029. No, the 1029 is the new overdrive by Vidavon. And the 930 is just like 0.03 lower than the stock ratio, but they're the bigger mod 1.75 gears in this thing. So those are in stock. I really want a new Big Rock 6S. I haven't really seen much about it other than the initial guys that bought it. From what I understand, they're running really good. I love my Big Rock 3S. It's broken, but I will get that fixed. What is warranty? I know, Andrew. I mean, I rarely ever try for warranty on anything because, I mean, think about it. I get your truck, order it, comes in, boom, I got it, it looks good. I crash it off one of my rocks and break the housing or something. I mean, I was just driving it on my table on 2S, box stock, doing nothing, and the axle fell apart. First of all, you're going to be sitting there thinking, yeah, bull crap. And then you're going to see the video. How would that look for me? So, yeah, very rarely do I ever go for a warranty. That's very rare. Don't you have it when you put your new diff together and it's backwards? Oh, yeah, Clayton. In fact, I didn't show it, but when I did the diff gears on the Vigilante, I did that. Yep, had to take it all back apart. Actually, no, it wasn't the Vigilante. It was the Raminator. Oh, that was a pain. Uh-oh, I think the video might be coming up for you guys. Hobbywing XR3 should be up for channel members right now. May not have the 4K going right now. That takes a little bit longer for it to render and get set up in there, but that video should be up for you guys. I just got here. I want to thank you for many hours of enjoyment and knowledge. I'm not a Hobbywing anything fan, but otherwise you are fair in testing. Well, thank you, buddy. Jerry Watson, what's your favorite brand of motor and ESC? See, it's good and bad designs. I turn wrenches on cars for a living. Believe me, I've seen bad designs. Oh, yeah, we sure have. Update for diff gears. The factory gears are soft. Thank God for Vidavon. Dude, I did notice that. that the gears had some wear on them too. Now, I brought that up to their attention, but I don't know that they're going to do anything with it. But we got the Vitiv on now, so we're good to go. FMS 24 scale. They're actually pretty decent, Jeff. Actually pretty decent. Tom Lucas, RC Crawlers. Can you get metal gears for the Ridge Runner? I heard they had plastic. What? Yeah. Don't they have that? Do they have the metal gears at Red Cat? They were supposed to have metal gears available, and they were supposed to fit the original crawler, the whatever it was, the other truck with the same axle, but not the portals. They were supposed to fit backwards compatibility into that. Torpedo Law, can I get a shout out to my daughter Sierra? Sierra, what's up, girl? Be good. Mind your father now. All right. RC Daily, my buddy really did have his element SE fall apart at Beat the Creek, and he was a feminist, or a whole rear axle, and all fell apart. Was he just driving around at 1S on the table with the tires off the ground? Every time I order something, I get an email saying, enjoy your rig, but no warranty for you. Well, Enlighten, they may have seen you drive out here at the Exoplex. So, yeah. About Wove RC truck and buggy. Well, the Wove truck is actually proven to be pretty darn strong. I was kind of worried about the tire scrub and all that, but it's actually turning out to be a pretty stout truck. I do want to try the buggy, though. That is something I do want to try. I don't have the buggy, but I believe the buggy is exactly the same thing. It probably is a different pinion gear for different tire sizes, but I would like to try the buggy. Spa Air Guns, what's up? To Muse Racing MB24, nice. Paul King, yes. Holmes Hobbies with Castle Creation and Furatech Python X receiver 18. Okay. So yeah, when you're talking straight crawling, yeah. But you don't like the Fusions? You don't like the Fusion Pro or the Fusion SE? Now, the Python X and Holmes Hobbies, those are really good for startup, but they kind of have a little bit of a bump once they get past that sinusoidal startup into the drive. So you really have to gear correctly. Forgot to put the bearings and bearing retainer screws. Oh, well, that would certainly make it fall apart, RC Daily. Yeah, because it's got the 2 or 3 screws at the rear axle. So, all right, let me see here. I got this other video. I want to do the 4S.
It's time for a 4S drive with the brand new Hobbywing Axe.
Aha, the 4S Hobbywing Axe. Axe R3. I like that I can do all this stuff while I'm chatting. I can actually upload 4K while I'm chatting. Jerry, I was contacted by a dude, and he blew up the Furatech Python X. I've got about 3 of those ESCs in different vehicles. I geared them correctly, everything like that, and they're doing good for me, okay? This guy decided to get one, and he immediately blew it up. Well, in his emails, he explained to me how he has went through 3 ESCs in the same crawler in less than a year, and every ESC keeps blowing up. I really wanted to tell him, I said, dude, look, you got other problems somewhere. You need to find your other problems, because he killed the Holmes, Furatech, and maybe it was a different Holmes or one of the Rhino or something like that. I'm like, dude, you got other problems. What's your gearing? Is your gearing wrong? Are you trying to race this thing? Because, like, when you get down to those type ESCs that you're talking about, you got to gear correctly, you got to drive correctly, and you got to tune to be perfect for your vehicle. Like the Fusion and stuff like that, man, they just simply run. They're really, really good. Hey, Joe, my Typhoon 4x4 wheel steer 4S Hobbywing 8 140 degrees hopper. 140 is fine. A lot of real racers, they try to gear it to where their motor's around 170 to 180. That way they're getting all of their motor that what they're saying. So I like my motors to run about 62 degrees, because if my motor's running 62 degrees, then guess what? It's beautiful outside. Let's see, camp out 172, 12 arm, F up, cheap. Of course, we had bearings and screws and had the bat together. I got you. I think I remember you telling me about that. 3D print for purchase for the SCX. Jeff, I don't have anything for the 24 scale stuff because it's like there's no set standard for it. 1-inch wheels, 1.1-inch wheels, 1.2-inch wheels, tires of all kinds of different shapes and sizes. I haven't got into messing with all of that stuff yet. Dude, Marcus, I think the guy that was just blowing up the ESCs was doing that. Or he put those ESCs in and tried to run water and mud and stuff like that. They are not meant for that at all. I feel the FureTech, with its case and all that, is a little bit more robust. It's got a better BEC and all that stuff in there. But even that's not meant for it. I mean, heck, I've got a Crawlmaster Mini V2 in my Thor truck. That's about a 9.5 pound truck. However, it is geared to where it actually works fine. I have had that ESC get hot in that truck, but it actually works in that truck. And if I was to gear it up or try to go jump it or something like that, I'd probably pop the ESC. I have not ordered the H10 optic. There you go, 180. Yep. Current top speed record, 221. I don't follow along with top speed on that stuff, buddy. I'm not sure. Digital stepper motors. You are 100% correct. Yeah, see, the way they run those revolvers is basically a stepper motor. That's like some of them, if your gears are loose and you're trying to crawl and there's not a good steady load on it, you can actually hear the gear chatter. You can hear the gear chatter because that motor, they do like a half phase thing or something where like the motor has 14 poles in it. They can split that to give you like 28, you know? And you can actually hear the chatter in some of these things. So, but yeah, they drive them like stepper motors. And then when they transfer over into like a normal drive mode, then it's just a sequential. And if you're going to get a cog, that's generally where you'll get it. Man. Addicted to RC, what's up? Down like. It is a program that China uses in their ESCs. Hit 22. James McCory hit 224. I forgot hitting the like button. Now, let me see what I got. I got 75 of you awesome people keeping me on here. We're at 8:33 p.m. and 73 likes. Man, my Rift kills a Mamba X every single year at Beat the Creek. Well, have you tried a Monster X, maybe? A little bit more beef in there. You want to use a Creality stepper motor. Those are actually pretty stout motors. Very, very low RPM, though. You want to crawl, buddy, you would have your crawl. I remember in RC Crawler, a guy actually, and this was way before we had servos like this, okay? I think Futaba had a few good ones, but he actually took them and made them into like basically what I would do to make them into a winch, right? But he used these and put tires on them and using the servos to drive. And it worked, but the little tiny gears didn't really like it very much. The Axe R3 4S run is now up for channel members. I would like to find a way to use one of the, yep. Picked up an SCX6 Honcho. Dude, I love the SCX6 Honcho. I got mine almost box stock right there. 82 like I see 82 now. Yes. I have a story about the wiring. I had the the little cheap banana plugs. I actually had one of Holmes's ESCs and motors, and I was like, man, this thing is acting up like crazy. And I could see where they actually physically powered the ESC up. They physically tested everything to get through quality control. That's awesome for Holmes that they take the time to actually verify these things, right? And I'm like, so actually it was with the Magnum 11 turn, but it was acting up. I'm like, man, what is up with this? But it turned out, and I sent Holmes a video clip of it, that you could take that banana plug, move it around, and that motor would run or stop. So that banana plug, one of those cheap banana plugs you get off of Amazon or eBay, yeah, those are all gone. Now I've got the good beefy 4-prong ones, and that's generally speaking all I use. So lesson learned on that one. Now I do got one thing to say. I know when the I think it was the Castle ESCs were blowing up, they were talking about, oh, your bullets, your motor plugs, your battery plugs aren't big enough. Well, when I was looking at some of these things that were fried, okay, like the ESC completely burnt up, the battery plug was fine. Now, if I'm driving something, like say this right here, which has a Hobby Wing system in it. All right, so I'm sitting here driving, and all of a sudden this ESC goes up in flames. And if I'm looking at this thing, and I see that the motor wires are actually not burnt, say I got it out in times where everything didn't charcoal, right? And I saw that this right here was still in good condition, the problem was here. Now, if I'm sitting here driving, and I see this right here smoking, all burnt up, melted, well, obviously the problem's here. Typically, the issue with electricity can simply be found toward the part that's hottest. The more heat, the more voltage loss, and that's generally where you get it. So sometimes a cap will pop and boom, you're gone. Like if the motor wires were melted or coming off, like, well, see, these right here are actually in the motor. But like if you have motor wires that are constantly desoldering themselves, that's typically a problem with the motor, or it could be a problem with the phasing on the ESC. But I know guys that have done that, and they generally end up having to swap the entire system out. But if I see something that burned up the ESC and the battery plug looks just fine, I really have a hard time blaming the battery plug when it's in perfect condition and everything else is charcoal, you know? Do Cobra 8 or whatever, it doesn't have the same features as other ESCs yet. Man, just put a Monster X in there. You'll have to bump up your motor plugs to 6.5, but I just go with that. Well, thank you guys. All right. Stock Honcho wheels and tires. I do not have any inserts for that big of a tire. Sorry, buddy. I looked at them and it was like 13 hours print for each insert. Now that I've got 8 tire inserts, or 8 printers for tires. Oh, speaking of that, yeah, stay tuned on the website. I'm going to post some stuff on the Facebook page and all that. But I want to make other TPU things that aren't necessarily RC related. So I've got some ideas for different little novelty things, TPU paperweights with funny things on them, stuff like that. So I'm going to start trying to do some different things and add to the website. So I've got 6 printers specifically for tire inserts and 2 printers which will be different color TPU and stuff like that. The first connection sparks. What this is, and which actually I generally use the anti-sparking plugs on all my stuff. My QS8s are anti-spark, and there's a little bit of a resistor piece in here that will slowly charge the capacitors. The duct is currently in my car. I am doing a dash test on the duct to see if it melts. But when you put that plug in there, especially with Castle ESCs, and you get that pop, that's an instant pop all the way to the capacitor. That's your capacitors charging. This is why you put in there, bow, you get that big pop. And if you have a cat pack, dude, you get a big nasty pop on it. You'll actually, like, I've actually seen the terminals inside get arced and messed up. So, but that's the caps charging at like full instant power. It's only for a millisecond, but it's a loud pop. Castle is known for it. The Hobbywing stuff doesn't really give you a pop, but then again, I generally speaking always use the anti-spark plugs. So that resistor gives it, makes it, I guess it just makes it easier voltage to the caps. They still get full voltage, but it takes more time to get it, so you don't get the pop. As far as different plugs getting resistance, this and that, I used to use Dean's a lot, and now these right here, I really like these on all my 8 scale stuff and all that. I mean, heck, I've got these on Ram Bouncer, which I no longer have right now, but I use these on Ram Bouncer with success. This is a 75-pound truck, okay? So as far as these connectors go, I get them off of Amazon. I just order them off of Amazon. But yeah, I use these in all my stuff. On my little crawlers, obviously it's a different story. I use the XT30. Little bitty guy. On my crawlers. But yeah, that pop can be pretty bad, especially with, do the newer Castles pop? I think they do. But like I say, I always use these so I don't ever get that pop anymore. I actually had the RC graveyard. Where are we going here? Now, as far as like which ones have resistance, the Traxxas battery plug actually has like a pad that goes in, and generally speaking is actually pretty good as long as it's not been overheated or bent or messed up. If it's messed up, then you got like a connection, like say it's supposed to come in like this right here. Boom. A good solid connection. But if something's wrong with the plug and it's sitting here like this, then that's a problem. So, but yeah, as long as your plug is in good condition, the Traxxas plug should be pretty decent, honestly. The old the red plugs, the T-style plugs, the Dean's plugs, I used to run those a lot. And as long as they stayed flat, they were good. But if they were up, they would generate a lot of heat and just melt the solder off, and your motor or battery wires would come loose. So as long as your plugs are actually in good condition, you should be fine. Clayton, I actually took the sway bar off. I'm really considering, like, this next build, I'm considering making it for Class 2 and running Sam in Class 3 again. I know Larry's going to build 1, 2, and 3. So I'm kind of thinking about trying it. Jeff Aldred, what's the duck? I have a duck. Let me see. We got 71 of you guys on here right now. See if I got a picture of it. I have a duck that I'm testing because you know how all these Jeep guys, they love to put the stupid ducks on their thing. So I've designed my own duck. And I'm calling it, I haven't looked about this. That's probably out there anywhere. But I'm calling it Dickie Duck. And that's because, well, You'll see if I can find this picture. Where's this picture at? Now, right now it's printed with a gold TPU. And it's literally on the dash of my car on like a little plate because I need to heat test this thing to make sure it's not going to melt. Come on, where is this duck at here? Well, apparently I've already deleted it. Let me check my albums here, see if it's in my recently deleted. I got 1,400. Oh yeah, got 1,400. This is something I'm working on. This right here. Okay. Just a simple little duck. It's got eyebrows, which are actually bananas. I put those into there and put them into the design. Pupils. I think I want to put like a big unicorn thing on its head, like a dunce cap. But the reason I'm calling them Dicky Ducks. Oh. Okay. This is Squidward, okay? I took this design. I saw Squidward, SpongeBob SquarePants. So this is what you're about to see, okay, is Squidward's eyes and nose, okay? So just as long as you guys know, this is Squidward's eyes and nose. Okay? So Squidward's eyes and nose are on the back side of the duck. But before I can put these up for sale, I'll probably sell them for like $3.99 or something like that, you know. But yeah, there. That's Squidward, guys. I'm telling you, that's Squidward. You've all seen SpongeBob. But yeah, anyway, it's just kind of something I wanted to try. So if it survives at least three days, if it survives 3 days on the dash of my car, it's literally on like a little paper plate in case it melts. It's TPU. It takes 230 degrees Celsius for this thing to melt. So maybe it'll be all right, but no, shh, Andrew, that's not that can't be right, man. But when I get them done, I'll probably post them on the Facebook. I may not even post them on my Exocaged Facebook page. I'll probably post them on my own page. I'll probably have some at Badlands. But let's make sure this one can survive. All attachments intact. If this one survives 3 days on the dash of my car, because everybody puts them on the dash of their Jeep trying to show off these stupid things, then we'll go. And I'll probably offer 2 different sizes. This is a 60 millimeter tall one. I'm going to put like a dunce cap on top of it, a cone on top of its head. Yeah. I'll glue it to the roof of my Wreath. I come up to Crawlmaster with it. Yeah. What size is that? Can you make some? I can print them for RCs. If I print them for RCs, it'll probably be best in TPU, so you have a finer print. And I've got some brand, not TPU, PLA. I've got some PLA, some silk PLA that I need to open up and try out. What if posted it on Facebook? Well, I'm not sure that I want to. You'll have to make one and send it to Harley. I could totally do that. Yeah, but this particular one is 60 millimeters tall. For an RC, you're probably talking 15 millimeters. And I'd have to actually try that to see if I can make it that small and keep everything, you know, visible on it. But I do want to put a dunce cap on it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the silk. I've got 2 printers that I do PLA stuff on, and 4 printers just for the TPU inserts, and I have 2 other printers that are just for the colors and, you know, different things I'm wanting to try. I've got, like, this is print a gold TPU. I've got some blue, I've got some red TPU and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to get the settings because I typically run the Overture TPU, And this right here is going to require a little bit of an adjustment to the TPU settings before I can get this right. Hold on. I got something for you. Now, Andrew is talking about, yeah. You guys remember truck nuts? I bought these for my truck many years ago, and I just found them in my shed. Oh, man. Okay, these were a novelty thing, okay? Try a Xerox metal 3D printer. Dude, I've seen those, but I am not there ready to go. Are there darker ducks going to have bigger noses? Oh, God. Marcus, anyway, we had some, there were these things called truck nuts. You can buy them, right? There. That was what I had hanging on the back of my real truck, which is an F-150 on 44-inch Swampers. Yep. So I had that. Man, oh man. The things I come up with. Here, I got one for you. We got 9 minutes left. I want to see what... That's right. Hobby Soul Mudslingers 4.72. I'd have to look at the specs on that. I'd probably order a set of them. Here, I got something for you guys. Solve this like a what was it? Not Family Feud. Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, making sure my little pictures down there ain't good. But anyway, what does that say? What I've got on mine, on my SCX 6x6, I've actually got the J Concepts. They have a stiffer foam that come in those, or the steady foams. I do run the anti-foams in the front. So you have a little bit, more accuracy on your steering wheel. We got 8 minutes to go. Anti-foams are okay. They just brought out a brand new anti-foam that will fit the Swampers. So they got those. Yeah, see, I'd have to see how they could actually print. What am I looking for? Oh, I don't have any of my stuff in here. But we are good to go now, right? There was something I recorded today that was actually pretty decent. Ooh. Oh, well. All right, guys, so we're going to wrap this up. We got 7 minutes to go. To get this wrapped up, you guys definitely kept me on for 2 hours. You're looking for something better for water. Need to add barnacles on Squidward's nose. You mean like a wart? I need to go outside and get the thing, but it's literally in the car. Yeah, I'm sure they do. I would have to make them my own design. I could just use a couple balls and put them together with and put it together and make it work. I would have to design them myself, though. How'd the closed race go yesterday? Oh, dude, Paul, it did pretty good, man. Pretty good. You do appreciate the videos you uploaded for members only. Yes, sir. VD Ducky. Want to see a fat guy run, go get the duck. Jerry Watson, awesome, man. I'm glad to have you guys. 205, what's up? Tabby Steris, what's up, man? So, yeah, we had a lot of fun with those cars on the track. So I just can't wait till everything gets released. You guys are gonna love it. Like I say, when we finish or when everything is out, like probably in the fall when we start our on-road racing, the nose does not have vanes. We're gonna have Typhon Grom, Red Cat STK stock, Red Cat STK modified. Losi NASCAR stock, and Losi NASCAR modified. Those are going to be our 5 main classes when we do this. And then we'll have like an open touring car class. But I'm fine with not hosting all the mainstream classes, you know, because I want those serious guys to stay home. I don't need them here. We have a great group of guys, man. We talk so much smack and have so much good times out here, and I want to keep that. Enlighten RC, yes, sir. Pete B, yes, sir. Come and play Sunday, yes, sir. Sunday's going to be open. When's Losi dropping the street bike? I have no idea. I haven't seen anything on that either. Not even a little bit. I'm curious of an 80 amp continuous Rhino 32-bit ESC. We find him a 30-pound mammoth using its current 1000 kV revolver. I want it quiet. It's too noisy with the ESC. How fast are you running this thing? Man, that's a lot. 30 pounds. You better 1000 kV revolver. I've actually got a couple of those. I guess if you got it geared okay, you may be okay, but man, 30 pounds on that kind of an ESC? I don't know about that one, buddy. I'm gonna try it. It might work. I mean, heck, I've got something working in Thor, and that's on 2.2s, but it's only about 10 pounds. You're 3 times that. I don't know, buddy. The best servo for the X-Max, get that 110 servo adapter and raw 500, dude. This is the go-to servo that we run in our X-Maxes right here. And you don't need like the big expensive adapter. Just get the plastic one from Traxxas. As far as the horn goes, I want to say the Traxxas UDR horn is the easiest pop on for this and get it done. Yeah, where is Crawlmaster in Georgia in June? There was one, that was North Carolina, I think it was. Yeah, where is Crawlmaster at in June? It's going to be hot wherever that is. So, Jeff, enlighten us, please. Let us know where this is at. Got home here in Ohio, and thank you for meeting with me. Yes, sir, Jeff Ramsey. Glad to have you. We're trying to get a location for this Crawlmaster in Georgia. Crawlmaster crawl event. Let's see, so I can find it. Oh, there we go. It got moved from Stone Mountain to Murrayville, just outside Dahalonga to Mountain Adventures. Okay, man, it's been a while since I've done Stone Mountain. Murrayville. Murrayville. I'll try to get that. I'm going to put that in my notes. So, Crawlmaster. M-U-R-R-A-Y Ville. Murrayville, Georgia. I'll see if I can find some stuff on that. I know June I've got to go to Axial Fest, so that's a pretty big one. And depending on what I've got going on here, I may be able to get out. Don't know. Full-size Jeep. Man, it's been so long since I've been off-roading in a full-size, a real vehicle. Yeah, who puts this on? Most of my Georgia events I go to June the 8th. June the 9th, we're racing here. I'm pretty sure there was no patent for that. Oh, man. All right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this up here. Yeah, June the 9th, we got our race we're doing here. So, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. You guys did, in fact, keep me on for 2 whole hours. So, wrap it up. You guys have a you guys have a great time. I'm going to try to get to bed early tonight. I've only got 2 videos to finish editing. So, all right, guys. Catch y'all later. Have a good one, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Oh, man. Probably going to do the first of Armageddon in the morning, and I might release the SCX 6x6, that new system by Hobbywing. I might release that around 11 o'clock Eastern time. Not sure yet. Anyway, guys, you guys have a good one, and I am out of here.